Welcome to your science review with Mr. Blades. Let's get started. We're going to start just like last time by writing out everything that we know. We know the potential energy is going to be highest at point A because our velocity is 0, which gives us a kinetic energy of 0. Since the letter C is at the very bottom of the swing, we know its potential energy is 0. And since E is on the other side at the very maximum of the swing, we know that it's going to be exactly the same as point A. We can use the height of 1 meter to calculate our potential energy for point A. MGH, mass of 10 times 9.8 times a height of 1. That gives us 98 joules of total energy. And since we have 0 kinetic energy at point A, we know that our total mechanical energy is 98. And since it has to be the same everywhere, we can write that in for all points. Next, the easiest one is going to be calculating potential energy at point B. We have a height of 0.6 meters, and we can apply the same math. 10 kilograms multiplied by 9.8 times 0.6, and that gives us 58.8 joules of potential energy at point B. And we can subtract 58.8 from 98 to get our total kinetic energy, which will be 39.2 joules. We can use our 39.2 joules and plug it into our kinetic energy equation, 1/2 mv squared, and calculate for the velocity at that point. Or 2.8 meters per second. For point C, we know that all of our energy is kinetic, so we have 98 kilojoules of kinetic energy. And we can use the same math. 2 times the total amount of energy divided by mass equals 4.43 meters per second. For point D, we are given a velocity, so we can write that in, and we are calculating for the height. Since we were given a velocity, we can calculate our kinetic energy using our equation, 1/2 mv squared, 1/2 times 10 times 0.8 squared equals 3.2 joules of energy. And just like before, we can subtract that from our total and get our potential of 94.8 joules of potential energy. Then we plug it into our potential energy equation, MGH, divide both sides by M and G, and we end up with a height of PE divided by MG, or 0.97 meters. Last, since we know our kinetic energy is 0 at point E, all of our energy must be potential energy. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in class.